Alright YouTube, this is Otis here, continuing my 22-3 scout helicopter gameplay. Picking right up, right when I spawned in the helicopter and got up in the air. And there was a tank right away when I got up there, so I shoot the first missile at him. End up hitting him, and he gets pretty lucky on the second one, because the container right here blows up before the, blows the missile up, and I'm not able to hit him right here, which is pretty unfortunate. He escapes in the building by the time I end up flying by him right there, which I should have had him, but messed up there, that's for sure. And just blowing this vehicle up with my machine guns. Not getting any kills there, but getting to disable at least. Well, I think, yeah, the tank right there, or the APC, ends up killing the guy, which was at least nice, getting some points for it. And those little stupid little recon drone things always end up messing me up. I always look at them because both missiles, whether you have anti-air or the ground missiles, end up locking onto them. And they start pissing me off, and I know I started hitting one a little bit later. And that's one of the little fast-forward parts because the gameplay is just so ridiculously long, where it's just flying around a few minutes here and there. And I unfortunately missed those guys with both those little strafing runs. Should have flew a little bit further probably, but oh well, that's alright. But I end up getting this guy right here, right before the building at least, so I can get the kill there. And there's that drone screwing me up again, so I start finally shooting at it, so I'm all pissed off, and I still can't even kill it. I almost crashed there with that damn pole too, which I got pretty lucky. And I should have, I forget what happens right here. I think, oh yeah, I'm just flying around a little bit, and then they start locking onto me again because they're getting all pissed off soon. Yeah, here we go. And remember, it's always really good to go in that third-person view to see where those missiles are coming from. And I couldn't see them, and what ends up turning out to be is the other helicopter was starting to shoot at me too. And pretty much when I realized it, it was a little too late. And he ends up hitting me right here, and I end up landing and try to repair it. But the only problem was, though, is I actually had the engineer class, so it was a little fail on my part, and I was like, oh well, I'll just get back in, and the plane ends up blowing me up. But it happens. But I'll get my revenge right when I respawn this next time, because right when I get in the helicopter, no one's killed him yet, and get my revenge pretty nicely on him right here. When I fire him. Oh no, sorry, shoot the ground thing first, and the helicopter is boom. Shoot the tank. One missile, usually two missiles for the tanks, and that poor guy was just out in the open, so he was screwed. Oh, and I'm looking. Oh, I'm always looking towards their spawn to see if anyone's coming out or getting in the vehicle right away, and no one was there, so it was locking on me right below me. I'm trying to just dodge him right now. Alright, finally shaking the dodge right there, because I know they were around the trees the whole time. I'm just looking to see. They destroyed that tank though before I could kill him, which was unfortunate. And that guy just barely caught him before the other guy stole my kill. So, it was at least good for me. And I'm looking around again. More vehicles. They're getting in, shooting them with missiles, which is always just easy kills once you lock onto them, because you'll at least typically get the vehicle disable. And once they run out of the vehicles, usually if there's nothing around, I mean, you'll get a quick, easy kill with your little strafing run with the helicopter, which is pretty easy to do typically. Just gotta make sure not to run out of your ammo when you're doing a little strafing run. It's always a good idea with the engineer class to have the repair class with you when you're flying in the helicopter, so you can try to land. And typically, I'll always go into third person when I'm trying to land, because you want to know if you're landing on this stable ground. You want to make sure it's not lopsided or whatnot. And I knew it was pretty much level on the street, so I didn't go into the third person. Just a little quick repair and jump in, and you're good to go. Start shooting at him again. And I know the missile came from the roof up there, so I see the guy. And this poor guy, because he has his little spawn decoy thing there, which I tried shooting, but I'm glad I didn't destroy it, because once I fly over here and turn around, the poor bastard's already in the air, and he's got no chance in his little parachute. I know I get him at least one more time later too when he's parachuting down, because I get the Nemesis thing off of him, which was pretty freaking hilarious. And of course the tank's already up, so I'm shooting them with the missiles. If you can keep the tanks away from the battlefield, I mean, it's just so lopsided for the Americans on this map, because they have the 2 helicopters and they can keep all the vehicles pretty much away, and they're screwed the whole entire time. But it just depends on how good, or at least the pilots are decent. I turn around because I know I didn't destroy it, and I kill one guy running from the tank, which was good. And then here I was going to go and end up landing to try to capture that point, but I saw a few guys running, so I was like, oh, I'll just fly around. There's no need to risk trying to land and trying to capture a point and getting yourself shot at the helicopter when you're just sitting on the ground capturing a few extra points that you don't really need. But I will do it, I think right here I end up landing and trying to capture the point. No, that's right, yeah, I was too busy, so I was just shooting them, and the little teammate ends up stealing my kill there. Man, this is when the helicopter kills me and I get my revenge, because he just destroyed me. And typically once the helicopter's below like 20%, I usually just jump out of it and just kill myself. It's a lot easier just to respawn, just wait for the helicopter. And this is where, when I spawned the helicopter, the helicopter was still up in the air, so this is where I get my revenge on him finally. And you can see too, when I start following him too, he thinks that you know, I have the anti-air missiles on, so he uses flare as much as he can, but that's not going to do you any good when I don't have any anti-air missiles, so poor him almost. Man, right here's when I finally finish him off. A little bastard. That's what you get. And then I think, is it? Yeah, just a little more strafing runs off the points after I blew up the helicopter, just to rack in a few more kills. It's because when you pretty much just do strafing runs on the flags, and you're gonna see people just running by all the time, and they're just so easy to pick off. And here's that poor guy parachuting again with a little spawn beacon. Be another easy kill. There's the Nemesis on him, and then pretty much double right there at that strafing run. Which, I mean, pretty much when you're doing the strafing runs, the only thing you need to watch out for is people trying to shoot you down with the missiles, and occasionally you will get a lucky shot on you where you'll be able to, where they'll shoot you out of the helicopter. And the reason why I didn't shoot that guy there is because I knew if I tried shooting at him, I pretty much just would have nosedive in the ground, and it's not worth it just try to get one kill in order to kill yourself. And so here I just fly down, and I finally end up helping capture a point, which is pretty good if no one's around, because you'll get your flag capture points, which go to your helicopters to help you unlock everything if you don't happen to have everything unlocked. But I've already got everything unlocked, so I don't have to worry about it. And the guy in the roof is on the roof again, but one of the guys that's in the helicopter ends up jumping out of here and finishing him off, which I was disappointed in, but I understand. You can see him right on the roof, and he turns around and he ends up finishing him off there, which was disappointing. But it happens, and then he lays down too, just like that other guy, and just starts sniping up there. Which, it's always good and bad. I mean, for them to be sniping up there, it's not really an issue, I guess. But they're taking the flag over, and the tanks occasionally. I think no, that's one of the armored jeep things. But hey, those, it's just the one missile. It's just I didn't think I would have had enough time to lock on with the missile, because sometimes if there's two vehicles around, it's just impossible to lock on, because you'll get the one, you'll start locking on to one, and it switches over to the other, and it's just like you can't shoot your missiles at them sometimes on the ground. So that was pretty much it. Just a short little gameplay. The second part. Thank you for watching. I went at 22-3 in the Scout helicopter. Alright, thank you.